Well, there. Hello, everyone. It is so great to be with you on Inspirations for Your Life. I really do appreciate you being with me here today. If this is your very first time, I want to take the opportunity to say thank you. And I want to say the words welcome. It's always great to have you here and to be a part of my day and my life. Really do appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. So, thank you very much, everyone. Really do appreciate that. And I hope that you'll get some great wisdom out of tonight's show. All right, guys, if you're new here, I also like to welcome you, but I also want to say thank you. And I want to say the words welcome back. It's always great to have you here. Don't forget to check out believemeachieve.com for more of my amazing, inspiring creations. That is right after this show is over. Now, if you want some hot tea, which I've got right here, maybe you want some RO water, which I have here with some fresh lemon. Feel free to get some of that or a snack or very delicious. Okay, let's get this show kicked off. All right. So this is Inspirations for Your Life, in case you didn't know. And this whole week, we've been talking about a very incredible master topic, and that is stop waiting for your life to change. Um, and this is Series 5, Show 33. We're wrapping that up today. Become the person who makes things happen. That's the granular today. Series 5, Show 33, episode number 7. It is Friday. Yes, and that means we're ending our master topic. But don't worry, tomorrow we'll be starting a brand new master topic. And this is Inspirations for Your Life. I'm John C. Morley. I am a serial entrepreneur, engineer, marketing specialist, video producer, podcast host, coach, keynote speaker, a graduate student at Montclair State University, a passionate lifelong learner, and so grateful now to be a published author. Yes, guys, really grateful for that. So there are people who talk about what should happen, people who wait for somebody else to make it happen, and people who step forward and turn ideas into results. Today, I'm talking about becoming that third person, the one that actually takes the action. This isn't about controlling everything or doing everything yourself. It's about initiative. It's about execution. It's about responsibility. Got to get some water here. And ladies and gentlemen, it's about becoming somebody others know they can count on. Let's get into our 30 points, which I think you guys are going to find really great. Number one, stop waiting to be chosen. You don't always need an invitation before you begin contributing. If you have something worthwhile to offer, stop waiting for somebody else to officially choose you or welcome you. Number two, become an initiator. Initiators don't constantly ask who is going to start. They recognize an opportunity, they seize it, and they create the first moment to do it. Learn to become comfortable taking that first responsible step. You're going to get a little uncomfortable, so you have to practice getting comfortable being uncomfortable. Number three, see what needs doing. Pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes the greatest opportunities aren't hidden. They're sitting directly in front of everyone, waiting for somebody willing to notice and act. Powerful. Number four, move without being chased. If somebody constantly has to remind you, follow up with you, or push you forward, you're giving away ownership. Become someone who moves your own needle because you made a commitment to yourself. Number five, bring ideas into reality. Ideas are everywhere. Execution is rarer. Take an idea and ask what concrete action would make and begin the transforming of it into something real. That means taking the thought that you have, the inspired thought, turning it into action. Number six, guys, become known for execution. It's great to be creative, but become known for finishing too. Build a reputation where people know that when you commit to something, progress follows. Yeah. A lot of people get impatient because they're not seeing the progress tomorrow. I think that's a big thing for a lot of people. They're not seeing it tomorrow. So turn conversations into action. Great conversations can create possibilities, but possibilities disappear when nobody acts. Before walking away, determine what happens next. Number 8, close the gap between the idea and the result. I know that's not always comfortable, guys, but you've got to practice getting comfortable being uncomfortable. That's the whole key. The space between having an idea, getting the inspired action to take, and doing it and producing that result is filled with lots of decisions, guys. It sure is. It's filled with work, adjustments, adaptation, and of course, follow through. Learn to operate inside that gap. You can do it. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy. Number 9, create energy around good ideas. When you believe something worthwhile can happen, bring enthusiasm and direction to it. Positive energy combined with action can encourage others to participate. Number 10, guys, be the person who follows through. Plenty of people start enthusiastically. Fewer remain when the excitement disappears. Follow through is where trust is built. And that's something that I know a lot of people have a hard time with. They don't think they can do the right thing. And that's very, 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 very important to actually understand. Okay, very important to understand that. Number 11, make useful things happen in your life. See, activity isn't automatically progress. People think it is, but it's not. Focus on the actions that solve problems, that help people, that improve situations, or create something genuinely valuable. Number 12, connect people who should know each other. Sometimes making something happen means recognizing that two people could help each other. Make thoughtful introductions when you genuinely see value for both sides. Number 13, find answers instead of excuses. I've said before, if you're not part of the solution, then unfortunately, guys, you're part of the problem. You're part of the problem, and I think that's something that a lot of people here, they just don't get that. And I know a lot of you are saying to me, John, like, I don't always get this, but I'm here to tell you something, all right? I'm here to tell you that you can make a very big difference in your life, but you have to make the time. You have to decide that you're going to do this. You can't say, well, gee, it didn't work out today, so I give up. No, you have to try again. You have to retool. When something doesn't work, don't immediately explain why it can't be done. Ask what information, resource, person, or alternative approach might move things forward. Think about that for a moment. Just ponder that thought, okay? Number 14, bring solutions into the room. Time for some more water. Anyone can point at a problem. Develop the habit of arriving with possible solutions. Thoughtful questions or a path toward the next step is the key. But a lot of people are afraid to take the next step. A lot of people are afraid to be the first ones. They just don't want to do it. Again, not because they don't, it's because they're fearing things. That could be fear of lots of stuff. It's a challenge for a lot of people. I think when you can understand these things, you can be on track with lots of stuff, okay? And you can get answers to things that might have been out there the whole time. But you see, when our mind becomes in alignment with the energy to produce our outcome changes from being in here to coming into the real world. A wise person once said to me, John, In order to create something in the real world, you have to first create it in your mind. Then you can create it in real life. Number 15, don't wait for instructions. When the appropriate action is clear and within your responsibility, don't always wait for somebody to tell you exactly what to do. Use judgment and initiative. Number 16, create momentum for others. Okay. Your initiative can help other people move too. One person taking action can turn a stagnant situation into something everyone suddenly believes can succeed. Number 17, make yourself useful. Ask what you can contribute: skills, knowledge, relationships, experience, organization, or simply a willingness to help can make you valuable in almost any situation here. Number 18, I want you to turn your obstacles into assignments. When an obstacle appears, don't immediately treat it as a stop sign. Treat it as something to understand, investigate, solve, or work around. Responsibility. Number 19, take responsibility for outcomes. Don't only take credit when something succeeds. Ownership means examining your role when results aren't what you expected and deciding what needs to improve. Number 20, finish the last 10%. The final portion of a project can be the hardest because of the excitement being gone. Finish the details. The completion is what turns effort into something usable, something that's going to attract people, something that's going to give value to you and to others. When something gives value, you know what happens? People say, this is what I want to be part of. Okay? I want to be part of this. I want to be part of this. I've used this analogy many times. You can get people to come to an event one time or get people to come to your party once, but the kicker is getting people to want to return because they want to. Number 21, become someone people trust with action. Trust grows when people see consistent follow through. Let your history demonstrate that when something matters, you don't disappear when work begins. Number 22, make progress visible. Don't confuse communication with bragging. When others depend on your work, communicate progress so everyone understands what's complete and what still needs attention. Number 23, convert knowledge into results. A lot of people have all this knowledge from many different places, but if you don't convert it, you never get a value. You never get a value. Okay? Knowing something has value, but applying it creates an impact. So you can have all the knowledge you want, but if you don't apply it to something, it's like you don't even have the knowledge. Take what you've learned and use it to solve a problem, improve a process, or create something meaningful. Number 24, turn plans into completed work. Planning is important, but planning cannot become a permanent substitute for execution. Eventually, the meeting ends, the document closes, and somebody has to do the work. Number 25, become a catalyst. A catalyst creates movement. Be the person whose presence helps good ideas gain traction. It helps people move from talking toward doing. Now, you may have this great idea, but for whatever reason, you're like, oh, it's not going to go anywhere. Have some belief in you. I've worked with lots of groups and organizations, and sometimes the idea is not mature enough yet. It needs some work, some retooling. That doesn't mean it's bad. It just means that it needs work. And when it gets the proper work, guess what happens? It takes off. So you've heard divine timing. When we know what things are, they just work. Okay? They just work, and they work really, really well. I mean, really well. So well that they make a difference for you. Okay. That's important to understand. They make a really big difference for you. But if you're constantly on the fence saying, I take one step forward, then you take two steps back. Another step forward and two steps back. So now you're behind 4 steps, right? So one step forward, 2 steps back, right? So you're taking 2 steps back. Take another step forward, 2 steps back. So now you're 3 steps behind. So you just keep getting behind. I think a lot of people in our world are waiting for the sign. They're waiting for somebody to give them, basically, do I have a pen here? They're waiting for somebody to give them a written invitation. A written invitation to take action. But you see, the world's not about written invitations. Those who choose to seize the moment will have the moment and more. I also want to tell you that if you're a leader, don't overpower things with too much speech. I lead a not-for-profit, and I took about 2 minutes to welcome everybody and tell them our agenda. And the most important thing I said was, after that, today is not about me. Today is about all of you. Put the ball back in other people's court. Don't be afraid to praise others. I think that's something that a lot of people today, they just don't do. Okay? And that's hard for a lot of people to understand, right? And the reason they don't understand it is they've failed in the past. And the reason they failed is their belief. Interesting, right? Pretty crazy. It's important to know this. I think sometimes most people won't realize the difference they can make until they start to see the small signs of the results. Today, I was working on something for quite a while, and I got to see a little bit of the results from an event I put on today. But not just the event, from the demeanor of the people, and from them saying to me, John, this is the best event I've ever attended. I took that personally. I felt so good when I heard that. I think when you find your people, they find you, you connect. But that process is not a simple process, guys. It's not a simple process. You have to get out of your shell and you have to do something in life. I know that sounds hard. And I told you it's not going to be comfortable, didn't I? I meant it. It is not going to be comfortable. It's not going to be comfortable. That's something that a lot of people here don't realize, right? And the reason they don't realize it, I'll tell you why. It's because they're still stuck. They're still stuck in the what if mode. What if this doesn't work, right? What if it does? Do you know, I learned this a long time ago. I used to think the reason why sometimes I wasn't becoming successful when I was younger is I was fearing failure. But you know what I really learned after doing this many years? I thought I was fearing failure. But you know what I was fearing? I was fearing success. And so when you can embody the success already there, when you achieve it, it feels natural. So maybe there's certain things you might do when you get more successful, right? Maybe. But if you make those things part of your daily life, even if they're not in your daily life, but you think about them, you think about them as just a part of your day. They're not special. Number 26, just your daily new life. Leave situations better than you found them, right? Whenever you contribute, look for an improvement you can make. It doesn't have to be dramatic. Small improvements compound when they become part of how you operate. Number 27, build a reputation for getting things done. Your reputation is created through repeated behavior, consistency, reliability, communication, and completion. Eventually, teach people what they can expect from you. Teach them. Approach the world as education. I've had some people that I tried to coach with sales where they try to just throw cards at people because that's what they think they need to do. And I said to them, bud, I got something you should try. And they said, yeah. Instead of trying to push your products or services or your cards, why not try to educate them on some benefits in life with your products and services? Don't sell it. Just educate people in general, okay, on your types of service, your types of products, but not you directly. Talk about the industry in general. Number 28, stop describing what should happen. There comes a point when another conversation doesn't add value. If you know what needs to happen and you're able to act, move from description into execution. Number 29, be the reason something happened. You remember, be the reason for the season? Be the reason something happened. Be the reason somebody took a step in their life because of you. You might say, well, gee, I'm not cut out for that. Even if you made one impact on somebody's life, you made a difference. You don't have to impact millions of people. Impact just one person. Maybe you'll impact another one. That's priceless, guys. Imagine looking back at something worthwhile and knowing it exists solely because you decided to act. You made the introduction, solved the problem, started the project, or created the momentum. That's key, guys. Number 30, make things happen, okay? This is where everything comes together. Don't spend your life waiting for perfect circumstances. They're never going to happen. Or perfect permissions or instructions or somebody else to take responsibility. Not happening. Another way of secretly disguising, well, your fear and your procrastination. Take thoughtful actions and create movement. Doesn't have to be a lot of movement, but make movement in your life. When you create movement, like in the water, you create a ripple. You catch people's attention. Now, you're not doing it to catch people's attention, but when you have that positive energy, people want to be around you. That's positive, guys. In closing today, making things happen doesn't mean doing everything yourself. It doesn't mean controlling everyone around you. Most people think it does. It doesn't, and it gets you into trouble. And it doesn't mean rushing into situations without thinking. You want to know what it really means? Yeah. It means becoming someone who recognizes when action is needed and is willing to take responsibility for creating progress, to step up, to listen to those inspired thoughts and turn them into action. See, what needs doing today. Take initiative, connect people, bring solutions, follow through, finish the last 10%. And when an obstacle appears, don't automatically ask why something can't happen. Ask what needs to happen next. Over time, people will notice your new attitude, your new behavior. They'll know that when you say, we're going to do something, you follow through with it. They'll know that when a problem appears, you look for answers. I'll give you an example. So today was a very big day for us in Franklin Lakes. We had the relaunch of our brand new Grow and Connect networking breakfast and the launch of my baby, the site we created all from scratch, a really powerful automated chamber management member system and directory management. They're going to know that when a good idea needs momentum, you're willing to help kick it along or to create it. But even more importantly than all this, you'll know that about yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm JohnCMorley, and thank you so much for choosing to join me for another amazing episode of Inspirations for Your Life. Stop waiting to be chosen, ladies and gentlemen. Stop describing what somebody else should do. Take the idea. Take the bull by the horns. Take the responsibility now. Take that first step. Don't just be there when something happens. Be the reason for the season. Be the reason something's happened. And become the catalyst, the person who makes things happen, that creates change. I know that sounds scary, but it's also very rewarding when you're the person that helped bring an idea to pass. When you're the person that got somebody to get out of their shell, or when you're the person that helps somebody achieve their goals, their aspirations. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and evening. Be sure to check out BelieveMeAchieve.com for more of my amazing, inspiring creations. Be well, everyone.